How's everybody doing? Great. Hot enough? By the way, my name is Daniel DiMacaulay. I'll be, for the new people in the room, I will be the one explaining the project to you, okay? My background, I've been involved in the project approximately 2 years now. So I can tell you my experience in it. I can't tell you some of the other, like some of the people have been in it 3, 4 years and so on. And by the way, this is not what I did before. Prior to this, I was a chairman and CEO of a large marketing company here in Orange County. For 8 years, my partner, Dr. Lee, and myself. And by the way, I told Dr. Lee I would say this every time, and because he just got his new book, you know, and it's called Standing on the Edges Tomorrow. It's very, very good. My partner, Dr. Lee, who was very smart, we've been in the communications, high-tech industry, global conference for 8 years. And prior to that, I was also chairman and CEO of a global marketing company that did several $100 million. So that's what I did. I fell into this project by accident, okay? I went to a meeting to get rid of a girl. That's a true story, by the way. Not to get rid of her, to get rid of her bugging me. You know, it was a friend, and she kept asking me to go to the meeting, and I didn't want to go to a meeting, you know, and because I thought it was like a Zango thing, or have you ever heard of a noni juice? Anybody, any of the new people ever heard? There's a new one out there, Mona V, yeah, Mona V, right? I've seen this Mona V signs. I thought it was one of these things, that, you know, and by the way, let me just reverse a little bit, just in case some of you are involved in it, or you're in one of those programs. I have no problem with it. Probably great products, probably wonderful companies, okay? I'll give you the benefit of the doubt. I just didn't want to be there. You know, I thought, when I first saw this, I was thinking this was some kind of a rinky-dink, illegal, you know, door-to-door, multi-level, you know, pyramid, like last business you get into before you commit suicide kind of thing, okay? So if you're there, I'm with you, okay? That's what I was thinking, and then I saw this machine, and see, I made a mistake right away in the beginning. See, I thought it was a water filter. Nobody explained it to me, see, and I wasn't listening, so I'm thinking it's a water filter. Well, it was next to the kitchen sink, and they're giving me water. What am I supposed to think? All right? Water is just one of the things it does. It's one of the minute things it does. Nobody told me it's a medical equipment. In Japan, nobody told me it's licensed as a medical equipment and sold as a medical equipment. I'm thinking water filter the whole time, and then somebody told me the price. Have you heard the price? That was one of the dumbest things I ever heard, honestly. Because I'm thinking Culligan, right, or reverse osmosis. Everybody has a water filter. When I heard the price, I was saying, what are you, crazy? Because I'm in the water filter. If I would have seen this unit in a hospital room, in a surgery ward next to a heart machine, and they told me the price, I would have been okay with it. Everything there cost that. But it was like next to a garbage disposal switch, you know? So I'm thinking, when they told me the price, I thought they'd never, anyway, I was on the wrong planet. So you got to make sure you listen to it, because it's not a water filter, all right? Next thing is, I had some friends in the room that bought some. So I bought one, and I thought, why would they buy something that much? And I asked Arlene, you know, and Arlene told me it helped with her daughter's gout. I didn't know what gout was back then. Somebody else told me, Vicky Dumag told me it helped with her mom's acid reflux, you know, with the medication, you know, and somebody else told me. I was hearing different stories in the room from friends who I had known for 10, 12, 15 years. They weren't trying to sell me. I was just fact-finding, okay? But you see, I'm telling you something that somebody else told me. That's called third-party stories. In my world, it doesn't work. You know, in my world, documentation beats conversation every time. It doesn't work in a courtroom, right? It's called hearsay, overruled, okay? Let me show the new people something, all right? I don't know a lot of you, most of you. How many people in the room here, honestly, ever since you've been on the water, ever since you've been drinking this water, it's had tremendous health benefits on you personally? Please raise up your hand. Check it out. Check it out. The rest of you are brand new. It's that simple. Or haven't been on the water that long. Can you see that? How many people in the room, it actually helped, let's say, with your acid reflux? Look at this. How many people it helped with your maybe arthritis or back pains or joints? Look at that. How many people here, honestly, you know, it helped with something, you know, maybe it helped with diabetes, you know? Look at this. It's the craziest thing. How many people here, you're sleeping better? Check it out. That's not a water filter. Does your water filter do that? No, that ain't a water filter. It is unbelievable what this thing, did you see that? This is what this is what this is all about. And that, oh, just so you know, I didn't believe any of them. None of my friends, I walked out of the room, I'm going to one of my friends, I'm going, this is one of them Amway things, man. You know, like they go, you know, they sing together, they go on vacation together, they camp, whatever, I don't know. I have nothing against them. I just didn't want to be in that, you know, I was running a board meeting, all right? So I said, okay, if this water is so good, let me give it to my partner, Dr. Lee. He's 77. He's got all kinds of issues, all right? You should see what it did for my partner. Unbelievable. He's in Singapore right now. I gave it to my friend Al Dorsey. He told me he was taking like 35 units for his diabetes. He was high blood pressure, all of that. You should see what happened with Al Dorsey. I mean, I noticed, I think he's in the room. I always talk about him, and tonight he's in the room. Unbelievable what happened with Al. And then I gave it to some of my friends. And just so you know, I didn't believe them. When my friend called me and said, Daniel, I think this water is helping me, I went, please, man, it's water. Let's get real here, okay? I didn't believe none of, that's how skeptical. It took me 7 months to get involved. And you're not going to do the checking that we did, because I had the resources. I have people who we can say, do this, and they'll do that, okay? What happened was I didn't believe any of them until it happened with my mom. In 04, 05, 06, I think 05, 06, my mom had this silver thing, right, with tennis balls. I remember it like it was yesterday. She had this maroon thing that was always parked outside of her room. It was an automatic chair, you know? And she always sprayed her mouth with this thing for 20 years, for her ass, I guess to help her breathe better, especially when she goes to Asia, all right? Last year, after my mom was drinking the water, she went to Bryce Canyon. You have to walk a lot. She was in New York. She was in a cruise with her sisters to Alaska. She went to Asia. Last Christmas, I threw a party in Newport Beach. That's where I'm from. I threw a party on a yacht. There was about 300 people there. If you were at the party, what was my mom doing? Dancing. The year before, she's like this. I mean, what a... That blew, and then when she came back from Asia, she said she goes, I know this really works because I didn't need my, whatever. It's something she sprays. Yeah. So that's what got me here. That's why I'm here. By the way, that's not what got me involved, okay? What got me involved was the money. Is that okay to say on film? Okay. It's what got me involved. I can tell you, hey, I like helping. I don't mind helping people. But that's not what got me involved. What got me involved was my friend Bob Gradelli, who's one of my good friends for over, I don't even know how long. Bobby, who was earning about, you know, maybe $45,000, $46,000 a year, his first year in this business, he earned 6 times more than his year previously of a whole year of 45 grand. Multiply your income by 6 times. Think about it. The ones that are working, okay? I said this in LA and somebody in the back goes, well, 6 times 0 is 0. I felt like hitting him over the head with a microphone. If you're working, all right, multiply it by 3 times. Do it twice. If you're earning even 30,000, multiply it by 2. I mean, it changes everything. Bobby, he did it, he showed me what he earned in front of me as I was saying, Bobby, is this one of them MLM things? And he said, no, you need to check it out. So we did, and let me show you what we came up with, okay? First of all, this goes way back. When we did our research, goes way back. Back in the 50s, they did a research around the world of all these waters where thousands of people have been going for thousands of years because it helped them. Now, just so you know, when I saw this the first time, I knew it was somewhat of a true story because when my mom and my aunt go there, they bring me back a Madonna with water from Lourdes. I have it in my house. It's on the second floor. It's on the altar. I have water from Lourdes. And if you're Catholic, you know about it. Okay? So what I'm telling you, there's 7 of them, by the way. All right? Well, when they checked all these waters out, they discovered that all of these waters had what they call active hydrogen. That's why when you first pour the water in a clear cup, you can sort of see bubbles. They don't go up, they don't go down, they don't disappear. They just sort of stay there and stare at you, you know? Okay? So today it's known as alkaline water. So this company in Japan, I'm going to fast forward this because there's a story in between there. But it landed up in Japan. Let's get to that part. A company, a couple of decades later, built units that produce these waters. You're drinking it. And it's a little bit better, as a matter of fact. Let me show you the company, okay? Number 1, the company is called Enagic. It is a 35-year-old company. And it's an original equipment manufacturer. Now, I say this with a little bit of seriousness because, you know, when you're going to be in business, some people are looking at this for a business with a company. You don't want to go with something new, by the way. In our company, new is voodoo. New is bad. For some reason, in the network industry, new is like, wow, everybody jumps in. All you have to do is tell somebody, hey, you'll be the first one in. Wow, they just jump in. You'll also be the first one to die. 99% of the companies fall in their first year. The other 99%, do you take all the ones that survive, 99% of those fall. I know, I've started some companies that fell with all the intention of making it good. 99% fall. Check out this, what you're looking at. I mean, is that solid or what? They're an original equipment manufacturer. There are factories in Osaka. They have offices throughout the world, including Dusseldorf, which they opened up last year, and in Mexico, they just opened up a couple months ago. So they're very, very solid. This company, I don't know the exact figures, but I believe they'll do close to $1 billion this year. This is not small. This is huge. Well, how come we don't know about it? They're across the ocean. There's 1,000 companies you don't know about. This is very well rooted, and on top of it, they're well rooted as they've expanded to North America. Hey, anybody here been to their office in LA? Have you noticed? They're all like, yeah, they're very honorable, right? You know, you go like this, they go like this, you know? I mean, they're all very Japanese, right? And they're like, you know, they're really good people that it's unbelievable. They have offices in New York, Chicago, Honolulu, Canada, Mexico. They're opening up in the Philippines before the end of the year. I mean, this thing is going to go global. Now, if you go to Enagic.com, you'll see all these different awards. Okay, some of them I don't understand. I know some of them are for medical, engineering. The one that caught my eye is these two. That's the ISO. They give the highest standards, strictest guidelines for manufacturing right there, okay? And by the way, that right there, no ionizer on the marketplace has those seals. Enagic is the first one. And for the new people, if you want to see them, we blew them up. Okay, we blew them up and put them across the wall there. Okay? Now, all right, pay attention to the screen because this is where I went wrong. I thought it was a water filter. Doesn't it look like a water filter? Right? Or maybe some kind of fancy espresso machine or juicer or, you know, cafe latte, cappuccino, you know. No, I would have never guessed that's a medical equipment. I would have never guessed that if you press this button, it'll produce water that will kill 99% of bacteria in about 30 to 60 seconds. That water does that. My water filter never did that. Okay? It makes water that if you have a skin condition like eczema, like whatever, you know, athlete's feet, fungus on your nails, you know. I'm not saying it gets rid of it, But I will say this, okay? Watch, because documentation always beats conversation. How many people in the room, honestly, you gave that water to somebody who had a skin condition like that, or it helped you? Please raise up your hand. Check it out. That ain't a water filter. It makes water that if you have this, oh, how it helps. I don't know. I'm not an engineer. I'm not a doctor. I have no clue. All I know is it helped my mom. I'm in. All right? Now, this unit right here, let me show you a couple more things about it. This is the flagship product of Enagic, right there. And by the way, you're looking at the Mercedes-Benz of the industry. Why? Because a lot of people Google and all this. There's all kinds of different vehicles out there, just like automobiles. There's several different ones out there. Some of them, like 11 different brands, are made by the same company. Because, you know, if you have the money, what name do you want on it? You're looking at the best. You're looking at the only one that has those seals right there. You're looking at the only one that's endorsed by the Japanese Association of Preventative Medicine for Adult Diseases. By the way, this is the largest and most prestigious group of doctors in Asia, 6,500. That's the first ionizer they've ever endorsed. It's got all the credentials, and it's the only one that's licensed as a medical equipment. It's the Mercedes-Benz, okay? And I say this because when I bought mine, it was for my health, for my wife, for my daughter, you know, for my family. When I bought my mom, it was for my mom's health. And at the end of it, okay, you have to ask your tax man, the whole thing was tax deductible for me. Because, you know, what they do. Now, I'm going to ask you all a question. If you're going to purchase something for your health, your wife, your husband, your kids, your family, and your mom, what unit are you going to look for out there? Yeah, I mean, you're going to go shopping for price? It's your mom. She can take you out of this world, okay? She put you in this world, you know what I mean? You got to get the best for your mom. That's what I thought when I bought my unit. I'm just letting you know. It was the best, you know. We're not talking $1 bazillion here, but every unit in the marketplace compares themselves to this one. Oh, we're just like that one, except we're half price. Oh, we're $1,000 cheaper. Oh, we're just like that one, except we're cheaper. No, you're cheaper because you're cheaper. There's no such thing as the same and cheap. You're looking at the Benz of the industry. Number one, it makes 5 types of water. This unit right here makes water that if you have a kitchen stove, the top, you know, becomes greasy, and you put Windex and 409, you know, you spray it with Fantastic. Use all of it, okay, and you wipe it. And then you take the water from here, and you spray the other side. It will out-clean the oil better, faster than anything you have in your kitchen. How many people here know I'm telling the truth? It's factual. Look at that. That ain't a water filter. I mean, it was, when I first saw that, I'm going, and you're going to see it live. I mean, it's unbelievable. So let's make sure we're on the right page here, okay? It's approved as a medical device by the Japanese Ministry of Health and Welfare. And it's designed to last 20 to 25 years. And do you know how they know it lasts this long? By the units that are out in the marketplace. This is not a one-year-old company that's telling you their unit will last 10 years. How do they know? This one, they know. It's out there right now. All right? Now, here's the 3 things it has. Antioxidant, microcluster, alkaline. I knew nothing about any of these when I kind of knew about antioxidant. All right? So, but let me show you some of the things about it. Number 1, the property, when normal tap water, regular tap water goes through this machine, it turns it, one of the properties when it comes out, the water you're drinking has antioxidant. And by the way, the highest antioxidant liquid that we've been able to find on the planet. All right? If you don't know what oxidation is, that's what wreaks havoc in your DNA system. Okay? That's what everybody. And as a matter of fact, you don't know, if you take an avocado, like tomorrow, like a day like today, cut it in half, put it in your kitchen table, go shopping, come back. You will know what oxidation is. And if you don't believe the avocado, go get a banana, he'll tell you the same thing, okay? So will lettuce. You know, it turns brown. It's called oxidation. Well, that and that, okay, oxidation and living tissue always equal this. Sickness and aging. As a matter of fact, you want to slow the aging process down, slowing down oxidation will slow this down faster than anything you can do. Wow. Now, I'm not an engineer, but this unit, when the water goes through it, it filters it, it charges it, it splits it. You can read about it, all right? And it's got some kind of technology in here that makes it the highest antioxidant liquid we've been able to find. I'll show you what we looked at. Okay? Also, it's anti-inflammatory. That's why it helps with gout. That's why it helps with inflammation issues. That's why it helps people that have some kind of like edema. It really helps them out. And it's anti-aging. It's got anti-aging properties. It actually has the ability to slow down the aging process. Why? Because the water, as you'll see in number 2, has the ability to get to your cells and clean them. And healthy cells always produce healthy cells. All right? Here's our founder, Mr. Oshiro. Okay? This is our business advisor for the U.S. Whenever we ask new people, how old do you think he is? What? 45, 50, 55, 60, whatever. How about him? 65, 70, 75, okay? As a matter of fact, if you're with him, you will not think he's over. He was just with us the other day. Energy, I mean, skin, and when he's with his wife, you won't think he's over 50. Unbelievable energy. And the reason I say this is because both of these guys are the same age. They're both 68. The only difference is he is older than him. He turned 68 back St. Patrick's Day, okay? Now look at this. Now, I don't know if this is true. I have no clue. I heard he runs 5 miles a day. I don't think so. But I know this guy probably doesn't even drive 5 miles a day. Just kidding. Look at the difference. And when George asked him, Mr. Oshiro, how come you look like that? How come your energy is so far up? He said 2 things. Number 1, I've been drinking this water for over 2 decades. First, he said, try to keep stress down. He's been drinking this water 3 to 4 liters a day for over 2 decades. The water has a very high oxidation reduction potential. I knew nothing about this. And I see several doctors here that are good friends of mine. There's doctors all over the room, all right? And they know about this. I never knew anything about this. Here, this is what we checked, though. The worst one we found is soda. For the things you ingest, that's the worst one. It's plus 400 in oxidation. It's one of the fastest things that oxidize. But you know, if you want to get old fast, drink a lot of soda. You'll get there first. You win. All right? Or if you want to be like one of my cousins who's been drinking soda morning, night, before she sleeps, when she wakes up, all day long. A couple of years ago, they had to, every one of her toes to operate to straighten them out. Why? I don't know. Maybe it's acidic. I have no clue. I'm not a doctor, but again, that's the worst one we found. Sports drinks, some of the tap water we've been led to believe that's supposed to be good for us. We found out. You read the news. Now, if you take a meter and go here, it goes to plus. If you go to vitamin C, it goes to negative 50 approximately in antioxidant. Green tea is right there. Look at that. About negative 80 somewhere. You have all the berries here. And then the highest one we found is called cod liver oil. You know what? If you could drink a pitcher of cod liver oil every day, it's very good for you, okay? You'll probably slip and slide everywhere, but it's good for you, all right? Now, take a look at Kangen Water. It goes all the way from negative 300, negative 400. I've seen it as high as negative 700 and 800 in antioxidant. That's the highest one we've found. There's nothing higher than that. What you're drinking right there. And it's great tasting because all it is water. So again, that's the first thing. The second property it has, and I was talking to a nutritionist this last week for some of the major sports teams out there who's talking to me about hydration. And I'm finally starting to really understand this. Microcluster. The water is microcluster. In other words, you're drinking tiny water. And when I first heard that, I said, you know, what are you, nuts? I asked Dr. Lee, there's big water and small water? You know, because he's an MIT PhD and all that, right? And he goes, yeah, of course. You're telling me there's big water and small water. And he said, there's all different sizes waters. As a matter of fact, you've made small water before. And I went, okay, what are you talking about? He goes, have you ever boiled a pan of water? Right? Have you ever boiled a pan of water and left the room and forget about it? And you came back and you were cooking nothing but a pan? Where do you think the water went? As you heat water, by the way, it gets smaller and smaller, then it becomes something called steam, and steam will disappear. Well, the water you're drinking is microcluster water. It has the ability to penetrate you at a cellular level. Let me tell you what happens when you drink the water. It hydrates your brain in approximately 30 to 60 seconds. That's why some people, when you first drink it, you think you have a headache. You get a head rush, okay? You don't have a headache. It hydrates your brain in 30 to 60 seconds. Second, it has the ability to touch every part of your skin in approximately 10 minutes or so. Look what it did for my skin. It's unbelievable. You should see what it's doing to all the skin of my friends' teenage daughters and sons who had really bad acne. Down in San Diego, up in San Francisco, you ought to see their skin after 30 to 60 days. It's because of the water. The water has the ability, here, this is the best way for me to explain it to you, okay? Let's say you were at the baseball field and there was a chain link fence and you threw baseballs at it. It's going to come back. It can't go through the fence. If you took some BBs, it's going to go through it. This water that you're drinking has the ability to penetrate you, and it's unbelievable water. And by the way, water, this one, you know, I knew about this, but not like I know about it today, right? You know, take a look at this. That's the most important thing here. See, we're taught that, yeah, we're all water and all this. Let me tell you what I wasn't taught, all right? How you flush this right here, this machine, will determine how it ages and what it gets and how it performs. Well, you know, it's sort of common sense. Have you ever seen two people that own the same exact vehicle, same year? Have you ever seen two vehicles? One owner took care of it, one owner did not. Okay? Have you ever seen two yards or two homes in the same neighborhood? One took taken care of, one not. Okay? I mean, what I'm trying to tell you is it's common sense. All right? If you have a car and you change the oil every 3,000 miles, it will last longer and perform better as it ages. If you have an aquarium and you change the water every month instead of every year, the fish will probably live longer. All right? You know, anything you flush will be cleaner. Question, what are you flushing this with? Because we're not taught that. All right? And by the way, it is the most important thing in your body. And then the last thing is, wow, this one I had no clue about. Alkaline. Let me tell you this. When Dr. Carpenter first put this up there, or George put this, I thought he was talking about batteries. The first thing that went into my mind was Duracell, Eveready. Even the batteries I buy at Costco, they're called Kirkland. They say alkaline. That's the first time I've ever seen this word. I'm not educated like my partners. I have partners, Dr. Zia. They're all like PhDs. You know, their letters. They have letters all over their offices. I don't have anything. I have like Kobe Bryant, Michael Jackson, Michael Jordan. You know, Tiger Woods. That's my. I do have a PhD, by the way. Okay, don't get me wrong. It's a public high school diploma. Okay. That's the truth. Okay. Now. When I saw alkaline, I didn't know body had alkaline and all this, but let me show you what I found out in 2 years, okay? And by the way, all the information I'm going to be giving you is accurate. You can Google it. All the information will come back the same. You can go to the library. The information will come back. You can ask some of the doctors. They'll all tell you basically the same things, okay? Let me show you what I've learned. Alkaline in your body always equals health. I never knew that. That's why my new cards say, you know, alkaline in the back, okay? Acid in your body always equals sickness. I never knew that. Why? Because that's where they thrive. That's where they grow. That's what activates them, okay? Acid is what causes all the problems right here. Now, here's another thing I found out. Human disease cannot survive in an alkaline state. It's like trying to plant an orchid in the North Pole. It ain't going to happen, all right? Here's another thing. When a child's first born, they're alkaline. I never knew that. We wanted to find out why. Because the mom's amniotic fluid is alkaline, pure alkaline. And guess what? The child is in there for 9 months. When they come out, they're alkaline. When a human being dies, they're acidic. Now, I'm going to say this one more time. When you're born, when you die, that is called a clue. You want to go here. Here, think about this. When a young person cuts themselves or scrapes themselves, they heal faster. When an old person cuts themselves or or scrapes themselves, they heal slower. Old people never have energy. They're always young people. Anybody here have kids or grandchildren? When are you going to go to sleep? Go upstairs. Quit running around the house. Where are you getting all this energy? Geez, would you please sit down for just 1 minute? Anybody here? They're like ping pong balls. Why? They're alkaline. Now, when you drink this water, the energy you get is unbelievable. But don't believe me, documentation always beats conversation. How many people in the room, honestly, ever since you've been drinking this water, you're sleeping 100% better and your energy has gone through the roof on a daily basis? Raise up your hand. Check it out. Check it out. The rest of you are brand new and tired. This water is really weird. It's like drinking Red Bull. It gives me energy. If I don't sleep, if I'm going to get 2 hours sleep, I drink this before I sleep or when I wake up. The energy is unbelievable. Also, here's another thing, okay? For me, I'm going to say this for me, okay? But I know a lot of people also. If you drink a little bit of wine or maybe some champagne, let's not say a little bit. Let's just say overdid it, okay? You drink 1 cup of this, 1 small cup of this like this before you sleep. The next day, you don't have a hangover, you don't have it. I didn't. How many people here, it happened? I mean, it's the weirdest thing. I've never seen any, that's really weird water, man. All right? So again, that's the next part. Oh, by the way, I want to tell you this. I wanted to find out what is the worst thing that's happened in the United States as far as causing, problems? Because several decades ago, it used to be called heart disease. Today, it's something called cancer. Number 1 problem. You can check it out. Number 1 problem in North America. Okay? Now, here's the thing that whenever they check cancer patients, not 80%, not 90%, not 99%, 100% of all cancer patients are overloaded with acid. When I first heard that, I told my staff, I can't say that in front of people. Give me some backup. Show me somebody who's saying it. So they gave me a report, and I pulled 1 page from it right here. Okay? This is Dr. Otto Warburg. He received the Nobel Prize. The Nobel Prize. If you don't know what the Nobel Prize is, it's the highest award an individual can get on the planet for advancing humankind. Some people get it for, literature, science, peace. This guy got it for medicine. He got it for medicine because he found the root cause of cancer. You're looking at the doctor. Guess what it says all over his report? I have a whole thick one. The word over and over and over and over again. Unbelievable. And guess how he says how to help handle it. Look at that. Alkaline. Unbelievable. And I know there's different doctors in the room, and I don't know what your opinion is. But until you get one of these medals, I'm listening to this dude. Okay? No, I'm just kidding. No, I'm just kidding, Dr. Casey. I know you agree. Okay? But what I'm saying is, that's the highest authority I can get. And I have a staff that said that's the highest. It's 100% fact. You can say it in front of 1,000 people. So what you want to do is move yourself this way. See, I was taught that I had a normal temperature, 98.6. If tomorrow I wake up and it's higher, or my kids or my wife, they have like 102, 101, you got to do something about it. Well, I didn't know I also have a normal pH balance. It's 7.365. And it keeps moving up as you get older. But it doesn't warn you like a temperature. Why does it go up? Because of everything we do. The stress causes it. Everything. 80% of the foods we eat, okay, have acid, tend to be acidic. We're not saying to stop something like salmon or blueberries that are good for you. They tend to be acidic. We're saying you need to balance it out. All right? So you need to move it on this side. But unless you're drinking this water on a daily basis, or unless you are eating broccoli for breakfast, broccoli for lunch, broccoli for dinner, or unless you're taking this green goop that one of my associates that they teach a class on alkaline, oh my God, unless you're doing one of those 3, all of you, are about there. Some of you are over there. Some of you are on the 55 freeway. Why? Because we're not taught that. We just eat, 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 right? You need to move yourself here because it makes you healthier. Now, this guy right here, when I first saw this picture, world-renowned Dr. Shinya, it didn't match, you know, because world-renowned means I'm supposed to know him, right? Well, he's not world-renowned for his face. He's world-renowned for his invention. You're looking at the doctor who helped invent a procedure called colonoscopy. Okay? And if you don't know what it is, don't worry about it. Every single person here will be meeting his invention. Okay? Yeah, because sometimes there's young people in the room, they don't know what it is. So I always tell them, you'll meet his invention. You just have to be careful because someday it's going to sneak up behind you, okay? So that's a time release joke. Some of you will get it on the way home. All right? But this guy, right, imagine how famous that is. He invented the procedure where they can cut like the polyp or the, yeah, whatever. I'm not a doctor, but instead of cutting you and stuff, he invented the procedure that goes in and cuts it and takes it out. It's called the Shinya method. Oh my goodness gracious. He's, you know, where he's at is really strong. When you check this out, as a matter of fact, he's written several books that have sold over 500,000. This one has sold over 2 million. It's called the enzyme. You can get this anywhere. Now, this doctor right here, this is the biggest clue I got. He can tell you from a picture, just a picture, your diet, your age probably, your problem, I mean, this, as a matter of fact, here's the biggest clue I got. He prescribes Kangen water to every single patient as part of their treatment regimen at his medical facility. Can you imagine that one? He prescribes Kangen water. As a matter of fact, he says it on his book, right there. He's not an officer of our company. He doesn't work for us. He does his stuff, okay? But he's been prescribing Kangen water. And you should see what's happened to the people, okay? Let me show you something here. Look at this. And by the way, this is after they've been cleansed. And I know it's graphic, but we got to pay attention to this, all right? This is after, I think, 2 days of cleansing. Look at the before, and then look at after. Is that incredible or what? Look at this one right here. This one is a 45-year-old female. Breast cancer, chronic constipation. Look at the before, and look at the after. Look at this one right here. This is a 52-year-old man with prostate cancer. Look at the before, and look at the after 3 months of treatment. Incredible. I have 100 pictures like this. This side is really, oh, some of them are, I have live ones, you know, because I was sent live from Dr. Shinya. Unbelievable. Some of them have like Crohn's. Yeah, something like that. And then there's another word, there's another one, diverticulitis. There, that one, okay? And it's really like, it had pockets and tears and everything. And the before and the after. I have 100 pictures. The left side is brown, bad, terrible, lump, this. The right side, every single one. Pink and healthy, pink and healthy, pink and, it's unbelievable. And you know, what I'm trying to tell you is, you know, we're not saying this is some kind of a miracle or anything like that, because that's not what it is. It doesn't cure, it doesn't heal, and it doesn't do any miracles for you. What it does is when you drink this water, it hydrates your body, and it puts your body in a frame where your body will be able to do what it does best, which is heal itself. Because your body can do things, but you know, we put so many different things in it. Now, all the books say it, okay? When you research it, here's one. All disease come from the same root cause, too much acidity. Dr. Baruti. Here's one. You're not sick. You're thirsty. Do not treat thirst with medication. Because you see in the United States, we're a pill for every ill country. We are. And if you don't believe it, here's a couple of things. Number one, who do you think the richest companies in the United States are? Pharmaceutical. As everybody's tanking, they're hiring. As the reports in Wall Street are gloom and doom, theirs is up, I mean, unbelievable. The health industry is incredible, all right? Because we're a pill for every ill country. You know, in Japan, when somebody gets a headache, they go, wow, oh, what caused that headache? Here they go, oh, where's the Motrin? Where's the Tylenol? You know, when you have a headache, the first thing you think of is an aspirin. That's what we do. When you got a backache, it's Dones, etc. and extra. When you have a stomachache, what's the first thing you think of? You think of Pepto-Bismol, Alka-Seltzer, purple pill, Peptic AC, Tums. People carry Tums and Rolaids with them. Okay? So we're a pill, and if you don't believe that, watch tomorrow, watch The Young and the Reckless, or The Young and the Hopeless. The Young and the Hopeless. What is it? The Young and the something. Watch it, and you'll see pill ad after pill ad. In Japan, they look for the root cause. And by the way, when we were doing our research, we wanted to find out who the longest living people were in the world. You want to guess? The United Nations puts it out. You can Google it tonight. They're number one. Japanese is number one. Japanese women 1, Japanese men 2. They're rated number 1. United States is number 38 up till today. They just did the CNN. We're still 38. 38. Below Cuba, where they shoot people. How can that be? You know what I mean? We're supposed to be more than them. And by the way, I'm originally from the Philippines. My country wasn't on the chart. I'm going, what's happening? It's because we're number 100. They only go up so far, you know, because everything we eat is acidic. But I'm not going to stop that. That's good food. What are you, nuts? Okay, have you ever been to a Filipino house? The first thing they do is try to feed you. Am I right? I've eaten. Oh, they try to feed you. This thing helps out so much, I'm telling you. So again, oh, by the way, here's the last thing. Without water, your body goes acidic. It goes into a mechanism that's going to protect itself called fat storing. That's why some people cannot lose weight. Have you ever heard somebody say, oh, I can't lose weight, I'm doing everything? Well, you're not going to lose weight. You can run from here to Los Angeles and back. It ain't going to come off. Why? It's your body. Now, when you drink the water, when you get rid of this, the fat goes away. Documentation beats conversation, always. How many people in the room, honestly, okay, you yourself have lost weight? Check it out. Unbelievable. The water, this is really some machine, all right? Now, what I'm going to do now is we're going to show you a demonstration, okay? And this is, I like doing this part because we used to do it on a video, and the first thing I want to do is go here, okay? I'm going to show you this demonstration. I will need some tap water, all right? And now, just so the people know, the reason we use so many different waters here is because I want to make sure that you are at least using one of these, okay? So you probably recognize your brand, and if you don't drink one of these, then you're drinking tap water, which will be here, okay? And I made some water, and the last one will be Kangen water, which is what you're drinking. And I want to show you the effects of the water, because when you see it live, you can really see what the water can do. Because, you know, when you first hear about it, it doesn't make sense, because water is just water, right? But if you think about it, wine is not just wine. Gasoline is not just gasoline. There's so many different grades of things. So obviously the water, there are different grades of water. And let me make sure you guys did this right. Okay, hold on. There's something wrong here. Because I cannot do this. Oh, here, that's correct. This is the wrong one. Okay, let me just put this here. Okay. There. And then that. I know this well. Okay, perfect. All right, now, for the new people, as far as oxidation, in other words, ORP, this starts at 280 plus 280. So up here, I put it from starting at the worst. This is the worst. And it goes all the way to the worstest, okay? Whatever, I don't know. You know, whatever. Worst, worster, worstester, really worst. I mean, it really gets bad. And then it gets to the really bad guys, you know. This is really, you know, that starts out bad on that side. Now, the tap water, which is this right here, always comes out at plus 280. It comes out just like the Dasani over here, okay? Now, the only time the meter ever goes to negative 300 and up is when you hit the Kangen water. It's got the highest antioxidant. Now, the second thing I want to show you is called alkaline, All right, so the alkaline part, because every book says it's healthy to be on that side. Now, this is Dasani, product of Coca-Cola, okay? And where is the pH tester? Somewhere here. Right here, okay. Watch this, okay? This one is Aquafina, product of Pepsi-Cola, all right? You got Smart Water. You have Fiji, Avion. This one is what I drank, because I shopped at Costco. It's called Crystal Geyser, okay? Then you have the Arrowhead, the vitamin water, the Gatorade, the, this one will represent all soda, okay, the 7-Up. And then, in the end, you have Kangen Water over there. All right, now, take a look at this right here. I don't know if you can see that, but take a look at that. Look at this. This is one of the top-selling brands. Product of Coca-Cola. Only product sold in many different places. Their marketing is phenomenal, and look at how acidic it is. Is it acidic or alkaline? I mean, look at how far it goes. And people drink this today. Look at this one. Pepsi-Cola, of course, have to compete. Look at this one. It's called Smart Water. What's so smart about that? It's so acidic. These two always come out right here. See that? Neutral. Why? Fiji and Avion are good water. However, they do oxidize you, and they're not microcluster. And the last part is they have what they call, I'll get it, they have what they call a little bit pricey. You know, we tested some. I think we found 7 of them that were pretty pricey, more than the rest. One was called VOSS, V-O-S-S, something like that, okay? And by the way, for the people, what I'm putting up here is called the pH tester. All this does is check out the alkaline or acidity. It's the same thing that your pool man uses. Now, look at this side over here. See, look at the one I used to drink, Crystal Geyser. Look at it. It's so acidic. It's on this side. And I thought it was good, you know? Look at these ones right here. Wow. Look at this one, Gatorade. Supposed to be good for you, right? Athletes drink it. Athletes don't take it home with them. They leave it on the field. You're not going to sweat like an athlete, okay? Look at what you leave inside of you, how acidic it is. Now, soda, wow, soda's the worst. And any soda, by the way. Now, tap water always comes out neutral. Why? It's government regulated. They put chlorine in the water to clean the germs, right? And then they put lye, L-Y-E, to protect the pipes. You check it out, all right? But that's what turns it that color. Now, look at the water that you're drinking. Look at this. Look at that against my shirt. Wow. It is like regal, royal, purple. And all book says that is very healthy for your body. Because if you drink this water right here, this water, what will happen to you is you will start to become alkaline. All right? You're counteracting the acidity that's going inside of you. If you are acidic like this, watch what happens. Look at this. Look at that. Look at how you start to become alkaline more and more. It's unbelievable. And it's not the color of the water. Some people think it's what you're drinking. Here, look at this. Look at that. See? When you drink this water and you're acidic, your body eventually becomes alkaline. Look at that. See what happens? And it's the water, okay? Now, unfortunately, when you get to these guys, look at this, Gatorade. Nothing, okay? Same with Propel. Nothing. Vitamin water. Look at this one. This guy tries to fool you, okay? He tries to pretend he's alkaline for a second. He's going to try to fool you. Don't blink your eyes, okay? You notice? He goes, I'm alkaline. Nope, you know you're not, okay? Now, check out this one right here. Look at soda. Here's soda right here. Nothing. Soda is the worst for you. If you drink 1 cup of soda, 1 cup, you need 32 cups of Kangen water to neutralize the soda, the acid that's in that 1 cup. 4 pitchers. Okay, we're not saying to stop it. We're just saying to lighten up and balance it. Soda is so acidic that, here, this is what I know. If you have a car and you pop the hood and you see the battery cables and there's battery acid on it that you can't remove, put soda on it. All the guys know it. It'll disintegrate it. Okay? If you have a stain in your driveway, oh, here's a good one. Tomorrow, go get a penny. Tonight, go get a penny, a dark penny, oxidized. Put it in soda. Tomorrow morning, you will see it's shiny. The soda has eaten through the oxidation that's been there for years. Unbelievable. And then we drink it. Okay? It's like, you know, oh, by the way, when we were researching this, we found out the leading cause of death in children 14 years and under in the United States is cancer. That's just a fact, okay? And the reason that threw me off is because when I was 14, none of my friends had that stuff. None of my friends had diabetes. None of my friends had all the things that the kids have today, okay? What's the kids' diet today, beginning at 3 years old? Happy Meal, supersize it, big gulp, make it large, soda, okay? Let me show you why. Because if your body is alkaline, which every information that I got says is you're healthy, and you put soda inside your healthy body, what will happen is your body will become acidic. You do not have a chance. And by the way, this is diluted, okay? So I'm just trying to show you, so it's this is very good information. And you want to, oh, by the way, if you want your kids to stop drinking soda, show them this presentation in your home 2 or 3 times. A lot of them stop drinking the soda. The adults keep drinking it. They don't get it, okay? No, really, the kids get it, all right? So you want to give them you want to show this to them. Now, the next thing I want to show you is called microcluster, all right? Here we go. We're almost done. Now, this part I didn't know. The water you're drinking is tiny. Because what this does is it splits the water and it charges it and it becomes tiny. And for the people who don't believe that, I'm with you. Because when somebody first told me that, I said, water is water, right? Well, it's not. This is called Yamamoto green tea, okay? And to make green tea is very simple. All you need to do is have a tea bag, okay? We'll do a couple of them here. And you have to have a tea bag, you have to have a cup, and then you have to have some water, okay? Now, so let's make some tea. Okay. Now, question. Why is that not making green tea? It's supposed to be green tea. You're missing one ingredient. Heat. You got to heat the water because it's too cold. Tap water, it's not going to go through the tea bag. When you heat water, it becomes smaller and smaller. All right? Let me ask you something. When you go to make sun tea, where do you put it out? You don't go out there and put it out in the moon, right? You put it out in the sun. Why? The sun heat today would have been a great day. That sun would have heated that, boom, right? You notice sometimes it gets stronger. It depends on how the water is heated, okay? It's not going to penetrate. But this water is called Kangen water. It penetrates you at a cellular level. It has the ability to completely do different things in your body, okay? Look at this. I want you to see something. Because this was, when I first saw this, I could not believe it. All right? That water did that. Here, check this out. It's really weird. Look at this. Look at how fast, not only does it pull out the tea, it pulls out the flavor, it pulls out the color, it pulls out the smell, and if you taste it, it's 100% green tea right there. Oh, by the way, just so you know, this is not some kind of a trick. Watch this. Same tea bag, okay? Different water. Look at that. What happened? It can't penetrate through The water is too big. I know it doesn't make sense, but here, check it out. Look at that. I mean, it's unbelievable. Am I the only one freaking out up here? Because up here, the color is like boom, 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 you know? You can make 20 of them. And it keeps pulling out. Hey, you want to have a tea party and save money? You know? So, by the way, you know, look at, you can do 20 of them. Look at this guy. He doesn't know what to do. He's confused. That's why our motto is change your water. Change your life. I mean, it's unbelievable. So again, anyway, let's go to the third one. No clapping. This isn't a trick. I mean, it's like, wow, that's like, whew, you know. But when you start drinking it, because I was with some nutritionists for some major teams out there, and they're telling me about hydration, how important it is. Okay, it's not about how much water you drink; it's about how much water you're utilizing. Right? And this helps you utilize the water because it penetrates you at a cellular level. Now, the last thing I want to show you is this, okay? How do you cook your fruits and vegetables? Because this unit, as I said before, it makes 5 types of water, all right? Let me show you one of the waters it makes, because how do you, not cook, but how do you wash your fruits and vegetables? You probably do it like I do, and like everybody in this room does. Okay, I'll put this one over here. Okay, so we're going to show you something. If you press this button right here, this button down in the bottom, it will make water that comes out of here that will do what you're about to see. Okay, as a matter of fact, if you wash your fruits and vegetables, you probably always go to your sink. I don't care if you have reverse osmosis. I don't care if you have a water filter. It doesn't matter. You're going to go to your sink to clean the fruits and vegetables. So we're going to sort of simulate that and put some, and by the way, these are very good tomatoes. I just got them from Pavilions. And, okay. All right. This will be good. Okay, cool. All right, let me see. Maybe we ought to do one more. Okay, do this. Okay. Okay, is that cool? All right. Now, normally you'll take you'll rinse your fruits and vegetables underneath your tap water. Let's say you have a water filter. You'll still rinse it underneath the tap water. Okay? Just like that. Now, let me show you this part right here. I'm going to rinse the other one in what we call strong Kangen water. This is the water that comes out when you press that last button. It'll come out the top, and by the way, I pre-made some, and just so you guys know, all this is water. It's the same water you're drinking, except it's 2 points higher, which makes it more alkaline, and it kind of makes it more of a cleaning agent water, and things that it does is incredible. So I'm going to rinse this one in this water right here, and then while this is doing what it's doing, well, I want to show you, before it happens, I'm going to show you why it happens, so you know. Okay? This is called sesame seed oil. And I use dark oil because it's better for the people in the back, they can see it better. Okay? And this is just like any oil. So now, okay. What have you learned in school about oil and water? Oil and water don't mix. It cannot. I don't care how many times you do this like this, it will always do that. It'll separate. There, you can see it from the back. It'll separate. I don't care what kind of liquid water you put in there, it's going to separate. Okay? But you're not drinking regular water. This is called Kangen water. All right? But it's water. Oil and water don't. What did the water just do to the oil? It emulsified it. It broke it down completely. That's why people's results are happening. Look what it does. And it's gone. It emulsified it, broke it down, not like this one. That's why when you drink the water, be careful with this one, man. It'll make the place smell like Chinese food, okay? It's really strong, okay? But anyway, when it goes inside of you, it has the ability to do a lot of good things, all right? Including break down things as you see over there. Now, I want to show you what happens when you clean your water, your tomatoes, let's say in the water you do, okay? This is what you will take out normally. These have been soaking for a while. Okay? Look at that. Now, I want to show you what happens if you clean your fruits and vegetables in that water. This is what you'll take out. And also, if you wash your fruits and vegetables in this water, it will last weeks longer because you're removing something that causes it to oxidize. And when I first saw that, I said, what is that? Because it ain't green tea. You know what it is? It's pesticides and germicides and insecticides. So we wanted to find out, how does this work? We went up to Fresno. Jerry, myself, who else was with us? God, we saw the plane that goes shh. I mean, it just, last time we saw a helicopter that it looked like a rake, about from that side to that. But it's chemicals that come out. And when we asked the owners of the place what it is, they said pesticides. It's oil-based. And we said, what takes it off? Nothing. Why? Because the next day they irrigate, or it rains really hard. Okay, I thought it rains hard, it comes off, and the plane comes again tomorrow. Rains hard on Friday, the plane comes on Monday. Rain hard on Thursday, the plane comes on Saturday. No, plane comes once. It leaves stuff that you cannot take off. And that's what you remove. And by the way, again, I always say, documentation always, always, always beats conversation. Okay? I want you to see, and I want you to see that you should see what comes off some of the other vegetables and fruits. You wouldn't believe it. You should see what happens with rice. You should see what happens with pasta. Wow, incredible. Okay? All right, a little bit more. And then the last one here. Okay, go ahead and taste it. You know, some of you won't be able to taste the difference, your palate. Depends on your palate. But, you know, humor me. Try it. Taste it. Hey, didn't the person who brought you here tell you they were going to take you out to dinner? Here it is. Okay? I'm just kidding, okay? Okay. But taste that, because always documentation. That's the best. But taste that, and some of you will have such a good palate that you'll be able to taste the texture. So some people, it depends on your palate and how, you know, but try that out, okay? Now, if you tasted the first one, I want you to taste the way you normally clean your fruits and vegetables. Okay. All right. Let's try this one. Just see if you can taste the difference. I don't know. Some people can't, you know. but I think some people will be able to. Let's try that one. Okay. 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 This one and one more. Do we have one more? One more. Okay. On this side. Now, some of you might not be able to taste, but the second one is washed in water. The way you do it. It's soaking in water. Okay? By the way, you should see what comes off of, like, there was this pre-washed, organic, ready-to-eat mushrooms. Not. Wow. It was like brown gook. You would never eat it when you see what comes out there. But that's what it takes out right there. Okay? But again, you should see the difference in taste when we did between grapes, incredible. Blueberries, unbelievable. Pasta, incredible. So, honestly now, how many people in the room honestly could taste a difference, a bite? Look at that. It has a bite, right? Well, it's because you're tasting that. That's the bite right there. When you do 2 grapes, one is sweet and one has a bite. It's because you're removing that. So again, that's the unit right there. And I just want to let you see the unit. And then we are here. Where is it at? Oh, there it is, right there. Real quick explanation on the unit, okay? This is the SD501. This is our flagship product. It's designed to last 20 to 25 years. You can install it in 10 minutes. And as a matter of fact, it installs very quickly, and it starts producing all these different types of water. What happens is when you have it installed on your faucet, you can do spray, flow, or when you shoot it to this, it goes through a filter, and then it goes through 7 platinum-coated titanium plates. The water is then charged, and it's split. One side of it comes out here. It comes out antioxidant, anti-inflammatory. It comes out very alkaline, and microcluster. On the other side of the hose, it's discarded, the water that's bad. And by the way, it has a 5-year warranty, and it lasts, like I said, the ones we saw out there anyway, they were lasting 20 to 25 years. Now, this unit runs $3,980. And when I first heard that, I said, what are you, nuts? But what it did for my mom, you know, today, if I couldn't replace my unit, 50 grand couldn't buy it. If I couldn't replace mine, okay? And I'm sure a lot of people who've had it for a while feel the same way. But still, 4 grand was a lot of money, all right? But here's the way I thought. See, let's say it lasts 15 years, because I'm a fairly good consumer. Let's say it lasts 15 years, and if you divide 3,980 into 15 years, that comes out to 73 cents a day. 73 cents, okay? So I have to invest 73 cents, and then in 15 years, it pays me back. So I can get fresh water. My question was I already spending 73 cents a day? Are you? Look at that. I had a friend last week who said, we spend $50 a week for our water. Well, when I checked out us, my family, we were spending $7 a day. Between mine and my daughter's Fiji and, you know, when she was doing the Sani, $7 a day we were spending. You know how much this is? This is $1. Pick one up on the way home. They're $1. Cost them very little to make, like I heard, like pennies to make, but they sell it for as much as a can of Coke. They put no caramel, no cocoa, no sugar, no nothing. They don't even put it in a can. But they have the American public, the marketing is phenomenal. So everybody buys it. This is $1. We were spending $7 a day to buy bad water. Here was my choice. Maybe it's yours. $7 a day, 73 cents. Here I get about 12 bottles. If I shop at Costco, I can stretch my $7 to about 15 bottles. Here I can make 1,000 bottles in the morning, 1,000 bottles in the afternoon. I can make 5,000 bottles in the evening before I sleep to give away to everybody. I don't know, if you visit one of our facilities, like the one in Los Angeles, Torrance, you'll see 5 machines there working 24 hours a day, non-stop, because people are in line to get water. I mean, it's unbelievable. This unit right here you know, it was, this one right here is what? It's acidic, alkaline. Healthy, sickness. Environmental nightmare. How many of these do we throw out there and then say we're green? Okay? This one, 0. I mean, this one lasts forever. I pay for it one time. This one I pay for forever. There's the difference. If I'm 99 years old and I go to the store to pick up one of these, they will still charge me. This one right here, it starts paying me back. It was a no-brainer. And then when the guy said, well, it could possibly be tax deductible for you, no, I mean, it was incredible. So again, when you purchase the unit, you become the manufacturer. And you can make as much water as you want to give away. It makes 3 types of alkaline, 8.5, 9.0, 9.5. The only rule with the alkaline, and by the way, you can start at 8.5 and move up, or you can be like me who wanted to feel it, and I said, I want to start at 9.5. Anybody here start at 9.5? Okay, you know then. Here's the side effects. Number 1, you might get a head rush. It'll go away. Number 2, if it doesn't happen, it's not going to happen. Number 2, you're going to detox, which means it's going to clean you. Very good. Number 3, you're going to sleep better. Why? This is what Dr. Dave Lessman told me. Because it hydrates your brain produces melatonin. Melatonin supposedly helps you sleep. I'm not a doctor, again. That's what a doctor told me, though. Okay? And then the last one is called, your energy the next day is going to shoot up. When you're drinking the water daily, your energy is way up there. So that's why there's several sports teams using the water now. Again, the unit, you can finance it. You can pay cash for it. They can do check. They can do credit card. Enagic, this is how strong the company is. Enagic has a financing that has 0 credit turndowns. If somebody wants to start a business and be a distributor, or somebody just wants to buy the machine, they will finance them 0 credit turndowns. 0. They've never turned down credit. They never will. That's how strong the company is. Okay? As a matter of fact, you know, they put a little deposit. They finance over 80% of it. They don't check credit. So if you want the unit, there's many ways to get it. Now, I want to show you, this is clean water right here. And then it makes, the clean water, by the way, is because you don't want to use the water with medication. Because of what it did to the tea, it's going to do it to the medication. It's going to pull it all out instead of time release, and it's going to shoot it all over you. Nothing will happen, but it just won't work correctly. So with medication, you drink regular water or clean water. Half an hour to an hour later, you can go back to alkaline. Okay? There's beauty water. The beauty water is 5.5 pH, and it comes in, I don't know if, here, like this. Okay? This is the container I keep it in. But if you go to Nordstrom's or Macy's and ask them for toners, that's what they come in, just like that. They run about $20, $25, $40. Yeah, Lancome runs 40, 50 bucks. They're like this. Ask them what's inside. They'll tell you it's liquid that's 5.5 pH because your skin is 5.5. That produces all the 5.5 pH water you want for free, for pennies. And it's so good for your skin. Look. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding, okay? But I do use the water every day. So does Bob Gridelli. Have you seen Bobby lately? Wow. Man, wow. He is looking like super cool. Unbelievable. Tony Mack, I've seen Tony. Unbelievable. I mean, these guys just were not that good looking before, you know? But anyway, the unit, by the way, the last here, if you press that button, it'll make water that you can clean your fruits and vegetables with and take all of that out. But on the other side, which is normally discarded, it now produces strong acidic water. It's 2.7 and lower. And it becomes, if you have skin disease, put it on there. Watch what happens. Watch how it helps. I had a dog across this. I have a golden retriever every time with a rash. My wife, she puts 2.5 on it, and it goes away, the rashes. Unbelievable. The 2.5, if you have a sore throat and you gargle with this water, incredible what happens. I pre-made some. And by the way, this is just water. And And I put some on my next door neighbor, the dog. It had like pus on the eyes. I put it on. God, it helped the eyes so much. And it smells sort of like, I don't know, it smells like chlorine to me. Okay, smell it. For the new people, smell it. Doesn't that smell like some kind of bleach, or sort of smells like when that guy's in our backyard doing the jacuzzi, you know? It's my whole backyard smells like this. Can you give this to the back? Well, put this, give it all the way in the back. Start from the back. Can you smell it or no? Okay. Does it smell like chlorine at all? Okay. Who's new in the front here? Okay, smell this one right here. This is concentrated. Who, right? Smell this one. And that, all that is water that goes through there. What the heck is that about? And you smell this. It is, anybody here new? Here, tell me. What do you think?
Smells like it. Oh, yeah. Smells like Clorox.
Smells like Clorox. That machine makes that water. That machine makes this water. That machine makes water that takes that out. It makes water that's clean water. It makes water that you're drinking that's healthy for you. That's not a water filter. It's a machine that that lasts you forever also. And now behind it, I'm going to speed up, is the business behind it. Because of this unit, it presents, and by the way, I put this 2 years ago. I think you're looking at the next kitchen appliance. Yep. I think you're looking at I think people in the United States are going to start making their water at home, because sometimes you go shopping and you don't know how long this thing has been there. Okay? And on top of it, it's acidic. So this is what I put a while back. Now, for the people who are entrepreneurs, real quickly, this is a very solid business. And it's a real business for serious business people. All right? And it's a direct sales program. This is not your normal multi-level program. It's not one of these right here. You've seen these, right? And you know what? I'm not putting this down. I have friends who are in programs they're earning phenomenal money. They were there early. But the majority of them works this way. And people tell you, hey, you know, all you got to do is get 5 friends or family, and you're going to be a multimillionaire and all this stuff. What happens is, most cases, people have products in their garage they can't sell, and friends that won't talk to them no more. All right? Look at our program. Look at the Enagic program. If you're new in the room, take a look at it. It's completely different. This is direct sales. We get paid 3 ways. You get paid every time you make a sale. And everything is based on sales. You don't get paid by recruiting people. It costs nothing to be a distributor. This is not, look at this. You get paid every time you make a sale. You also get paid, you just started what they call an override lane. When you made a sale, it's like starting a franchise. All of a sudden, any sales down here, you get paid again. Exactly the same amount you got paid as if you sold it. And then we also get paid bonuses. So commissions, overrides, and bonuses. There are no gimmicks to the program. You know, have you ever heard of programs where they say $500 to get involved for an application, $249 to sign up, you got to buy 10 bottles, we got to ship you 50 every month. I mean, there's all kinds of gimmicks out there. Look at this. No gimmicks, and it pays daily. How many people here like the idea of getting paid daily? Wow, if you have not experienced it, it's a wow. I mean, especially at what you can do with this business. Now, the only qualifications to become a distributor, they have to have a unit, because you have to have a unit to be able to produce water. This gives you an ID number, and then you can start your business. They pay what they call an 8-point system. Each point is $285. They give 8 of these out of there for distribution. Now, some people go, oh, that's why it costs so much. No. If this was in a store, it costs more. It costs more than that. Every product, by the way, every product, I don't care what it is, has distribution markup. They have to have it. I bought a DVD last year, right? It was $16.99. You know how much it cost them to produce it? Less than 50 cents. It was called Iron Man. $16.99. Unbelievable. Why is it so marked up so much? Because Target wants their money, the director wants their money, you know, Blockbuster wants their money, the driver wants their, Iron Man is in line, he wants his money. So again, instead of giving the money to Michael Phelps or Tiger Woods or Kobe Bryant or to the basketball commercials, they took all of the distribution and gave it to the distributors. That's why so many people are succeeding in it, because of the system they have. I want to show you the business plan and two things about it. I want to show you why it works. Why are people selling so many of this? Because when I first started, I thought $4,000, you'll never sell them. Wrong. They're selling them like crazy. They can't keep them on the shelves. They've been back ordered several times, and they're delivering them hundreds at a time. I'm going to show you why. Second, I'm going to show you why some of the distributors are earning money. I have friends that are earning so much income, and that's why this is the best business I've ever seen. I have friends who shouldn't be earning that are earning. You know, they're like, you know, and they're earning money. You guys know it too, right? I mean, we look at people, they're earning, and you're going, wow, that's unbelievable. Okay? I want to show you why. Two things. Here's the business plan. When you become a distributor, they'll train you, and let's say you got your first sale. Now, you'll get $285 commission. Watch how this explodes. Remember, they pay 8 points, 8 of those. Also, when you sell, you just started what they call an override lane. Two things. Now, let me show you why they're selling, the magic of the sales. Please listen to this, okay? Dr. Casey, how do you sell your units?
I share the water.
Share the water. Dr. Michael, how do you sell your units? Give out the water. Tony, how do you sell your units?
Give away the water.
Give away the water. How many sales in your organization?
Over 300.
Over 300. Back here, who are the distributors here? How do you sell the units? Give away the water. Sonia, how many sales in your team?
260.
260. How do you sell each unit?
Give away the water.
Are you listening to this? Rita, how do you sell your units?
I give away the water.
Ryan, how many sales in your team? 150. How do you sell the units? Give the water away. Nobody is selling. Not one person. Everybody's just giving water away. That's why, let me tell you why. I had a friend in New York named Romy. I called him up and I said, Romy, let me ask you something. I heard you made 1.3 last year. This is unbelievable, because I know Romy doesn't really make that much money, okay? So I said, Romy, tell me exactly why you and JV earned 7 digits. He goes, okay, you know, I became a distributor. He got accent. He goes, oh, I buy a machine, you know? And I said, okay, how many do you have to buy? Because I thought you bought 10. You know, I'm ready 10, 20. I thought you bought 20 or 50 and then give them a... No, he goes, no, 1. And then you give it away, the water. And I said, how do you give it away? He goes, containers, you know? So I go, okay. I go, who do you give the water to? And Romy goes, well, don't you know anybody who drinks water? I said, okay, Romy. What's the next thing? I said, what do you do? What's the next step? He goes, well, I just keep giving water. Tell me the next step. I give water. I go, no, what's after that? He goes, I keep giving water. I said, to the same people? He goes, yeah. I go, how long? He goes, sometimes 2 weeks, 2 months, you know, 2 days. And I said, Romy, here's what threw me off. I said, Romy, when do you ask them to buy? And he said, oh, no. You never ask them to buy. I've been in sales all my life. You always ask them to buy. This guy goes, no, you don't ask them to buy. I go, Romy, I'm on the phone. I'm going, Romy, when do they buy? He goes, they'll call you. I go, they're going to call you to buy a $4,000 unit? You gotta be kidding me. You gotta be kidding. Unbelievable. Everybody here, all the distributors, right? All they do is give away water. Joe, how many sales in your organization?
150, 160.
How do you sell the units?
Just strictly give away the water.
Give away the water. That's all they do. They give away the water. Here's what I found out in 2 years. Very important. Listen to this, because I've never been in this type of industry. People will pay faster for health, faster than anything I've sold in 35 years. You get rid of their stuff, they buy the unit. You make them jump, they buy the unit. I have people at my mom's place that go, Danny, look what I can do. And I'm going, don't you remember? They'll buy the unit. You help their mom, they'll buy, they're already paying for it. Well, you get paid $285. It's unbelievable. But that's not the money. Here's the power. You up there get paid $285 every time there's sales down here. Anytime there's sales. This guy sells one, you get paid $285. This person sells 20, you get paid $285 20 times. This person sells 2, you will get 2 envelopes in your mailbox that has $285 in each. Unbelievable override system. Your first 2 lanes are the same. Look what happens on your 3rd sale. How do you get 3 sales? Well, giving 3 people water is a good start, okay? What happens, yeah, what happens, look at that. Look how much you make. But that's not the money. You make $570 override. If anybody here decides to become distributors and sells a unit, every time you get imagine you're at home, you go to the mailbox, you open up an envelope, and there's a $570 in there from an override down here that you don't know. Unbelievable override mechanism. Anybody here a 2A or a 1A? Just raise up your hand. Just new people, okay? Now, watch what happens when you get 10. And how do you get 10? Well, let's say you did, let's say you only did 1, 2, 3. But down here, there are 7 or more sales. Your team now has 10, and look what happens. On your very next sale, look how much you earn, $855. And overrides of $855, 6 down, $570 on the 7, $285 on. This is a simple, fast explanation of the marketing plan. But you can see the power in it. Anybody here a 3A, by the way? 3A? The checks, right? You've gotten this in your mailbox? Okay? Now watch what happens here. Let's say you did not sell any more than 4. Okay? But your team sold 16. You now have 20. Because right now, let's say you sold the next one, the next one, the next one. You keep opening up an 855 override lane. You can open up as many as you want. But once your team gets 20, look at how much the next one is. You give away water. You help somebody. They buy a unit. They send you a check for $1140. Is that crazy or what? But that's not the crazy part. The crazy part is somebody down here sells a unit. You over there get paid $1140 override. Unbelievable. Anybody here a 4A? Raise up your hand. Okay? Raise up your hand. I want them to know it's happening, but this is new, just so you know. It's in the United States, it's just coming in. That's why you don't see so many hands, but I know we have a lot of leaders in the room. Once you get 50, look how much you make. Let's say you only sold 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, but there's 45 sales down here. You now have 50. Let me tell you what happened with me. When I got my 50th sale in my group, my very next sale was Jerry Kostica. I gave Jerry water for months. He was throwing away the water. He thought I was nuts. Washing his car with the water. I mean, he was doing everything but drinking the water, okay? But after a while, he decided to purchase the unit. Jerry, question, did I ever ask you to buy?
No, you asked me
to drink. Why did you buy the unit?
I bought it originally because of what it did for my wife and my son.
His wife and his son, okay? He bought the unit. Look how much I made. That's already cool. But that's not the cool part. The cool part is Jerry decided to become a distributor. I make $14.25 on all the sales here on the four. And then $11.40 here, $8.55, $5.70, $2.85. And below the 8th, once you become a 6A, you get $200 to infinity on all the sales. And when he becomes a 6A, they pick up the 200, you get the 50. I mean, the bonuses are incredible. But let me show you the overrides. I get that on Jerry's team. Per sale. How many sales in your organization in a year and a half? 500. 500. Wow. Imagine getting one of him. Unbelievable. The checks just, it's the most incredible business, and all you're doing is giving away water. No pressure, no nothing. It's the best way to sell. It's also the best way to buy, because I like trying something before I buy it, right? It's the best way to sell. Just let people try it and just go away. Tape your mouth. Here's the training. Give water and tape your mouth, okay? Because this is what gets you in trouble, right? You start to think you're Cal Worthington or Ralph Williams, and you try to sell it because you hear so many, no, tape your mouth and just give the water away. Watch what happens now when you get 100 sales. You come to the very top of our program. It's called the 6A. Imagine giving water away, somebody buys, you make all of the distribution money. It's like making all of the distribution money on a Cadillac. It would be unbelievable. Look at that. But that's not the money. The money is, boom, down there. Look at that. See, when I became a 6A, I sponsored some people. You know, like Oded with Armin, okay? Armin, you're in this team, right? My 6A leg. How many sales in your team?
Just over 600.
600. Get one of him? Oh my goodness gracious. And you don't know, because the people, once they start receiving results, they start to speed up. Now, let me show you this. First off, let me just go here. How many 5As do we have in the room? Okay, can you please stand up?
Good to see you.
How you doing, man? 5As, okay? Name?
Jesse Dean.
Jesse Dean, okay? Background?
Well, I'm a clinical hypnotherapist.
Okay. I thought you were a musician for a while there.
I still do the music.
Okay. 5A. 5A? Name and background? Okay. Name and background?
Bill Bart, former mortgage broker.
Okay. Mortgage broker?
Yes.
Okay. Name and background?
Dr. Casey Carter, full-time doctor.
Okay. Name and background?
Al Greer, master instructor for Edwards Air Force Base test pilot.
Look at this. These are the 5As in the room. Let's give them a hand, by the way. Now, once you hit 6A, every lane you open from then on is a 6A lane. Every time you give water away and somebody decides to buy, you're opening up a 6A lane. You can open as many of them. You can open one up in San Diego, Los Angeles, Canada, New York, Mexico, Europe. You can open up in the Philippines by the end of the year. Unbelievable expansion. It's the best program I've ever seen, not because I earn money. I've always earned fairly good money. All my friends are really earning money. I mean, it's the best thing. How many people in the room are a 6A? Can you stand up, please? Look at this. Check this out. Look at this. Hey, I want you to listen to this, okay? Just listen to this. Let's start with Tony, okay? And let's pass that around. Can you face the crowd? Just name, background, and what you think, how'd you got involved, and what do you think about it?
My name is Tony Mack. My background is entrepreneur, small business person. Traveled all over the world looking for opportunities. Mr. DeMacaulay called me at a time when my business was failing about 14 months ago, and I was looking. From there, he showed me the opportunity, gave me the water, and after I saw the business plan, it was a done deal. And I'm here now with over 300 sales in my organization, and I'm definitely having a good time.
Let's hold the applause, okay? Can we pass the, let's go, Ryan? Go ahead, Ryan.
Okay,
Just tell people.
Ryan Corona, Home Improvement Services. Been in the program for about 17 months. This has done tremendous health for me because I was a diabetic, chronic back pains, and spurs on my shoulder. And it's helped me so much with this water, and the business is phenomenal. I'm so thankful for Enagic, and God bless you all.
Oh, okay, okay. Name and background?
I'm Doug Stetson, Search Engine Optimization. I took the water, started about 2 years ago. I've lost 101 pounds. I've lost 150 units of insulin daily, back pain, joint pain. Of course, constipation went early.
Doug, best business?
Best business by far.
Okay, dynamite. Who has, Rita?
Yes, hi.
Go ahead.
I'm a homemaker. and happy to be one.
Okay,
And
Rita Matthews.
I'm sorry, Rita Matthews.
Okay.
And Doug is the one that shared the water with my husband. I didn't want anything to do with it for the first 3 months.
What did the water do for you? Did
Well,
it do
first thing
anything?
I did is drop 30 pounds. I said, I'm in. I'm in. And it did help acid reflux. I'm totally off medication
Wow,
now.
unbelievable.
But my biggest story, really quick, is my grandson who's autistic. Started him on the water. He had severe headaches, meltdowns, sensory issues, tics. He couldn't focus at night. His brain wouldn't shut down so he could sleep. He's on the 9.5. He's been on it for 5 months. Very little meltdowns, no more headaches. He can sleep at night, and his tics are, you know, a lot less. And his sensory issues, when rain touches his body now, he doesn't have a meltdown.
Okay, wow. All right, let's go. Al?
Yes, my name is Al Dorsey. My background is professional marketing for over 35 years, 45 years actually, and I was retired. And a friend of mine, you knew that I had some health challenges. And just very quickly, I was diagnosed with congestive heart failure, diabetes type 2, kidney damage, sleep apnea, arthritis, and a bunch of other things. And my health was spiraling downwards. He gave me the water, I drank the water, and I went from 11 medications down to 7 medications. And my insulin went from 35 units of insulin down to 5 units instead of 7 days a week, maybe 3 days a week. And the doctor said, drop a few more pounds and that will go away. So it's happening. I've been involved in the business now for 2 years. And I have several hundred people on my team, and I just say thanks to all of them, and we're all enjoying helping other people.
Okay, Dynamite. Armin?
Hi, my name is Armin Tamurian, and I have a background in retail sales. I used to own a retail store, and a couple months after I sold my store, a good friend of mine suddenly showed up and brought me this water. Initially, I really thought he had lost his mind. But I used to suffer from acid reflux for many, many years, and after drinking the water for a couple of days, I was off the Rolaids and the Tums, and then I was convinced. And you know, then I met Daniel Demicali, and this is the best product I've seen in many, many years, and one of the best opportunities I've seen in a long time.
Okay, Dynamite. Okay.
Hi, my name is Judy Smith. I'm a local California girl, and I was a nurse for over 20 years. And my favorite places to work in the hospital were the emergency room and the GI lab. So I have seen lots of colonoscopies, and I also became a certified colon therapy instructor. So I have seen it all from the medical standpoint to the alternative standpoint. Now, when I saw Dr. Shinya's results of the before and after pictures of the colonoscopy, I knew that he was telling the truth. So when he said, change your water, it changes your life, he was absolutely correct. It's the best business I've ever had, so thank you.
Okay, Dynamite. Let's go on this side for a second. Hold on. Sorry. Name and background?
Hi, my name is Lucho Grisale. I'm a registered dietitian. I used to work at Torrance Memorial Medical Center. I was in charge of the burn unit, intensive care unit, oncology, which is the cancer ward and ortho. And then after leaving the clinical, I went into the health and fitness environment, and I created certifications for personal trainers. And I had a buddy of mine refer a client to me who came and told me I lost 30 pounds drinking water. So I just said, yeah, whatever. And I put her on a diet, and every week she said, you have to look at my Kangen Water. So I finally saw a demo, and I was like, I don't believe this. So he said, well, go ahead and buy a machine. Take as long as you want to prove to me that it doesn't work, and I'll buy it back from you. He goes, but if it works, you got to tell everybody you know. To make a long story short, I ended up closing my business because we were paying about $7,000 a month in rent plus another $3,000 in utilities and insurance and all that. And now we have well over 200 sales in our organization and travel all over the country doing demos. And I'll tell people I don't even know about this. So it's a great deal.
Okay, Dynamite. All right. Can we go, I'm sorry, to this side? Tom? Yes. How long have you been on the thing now?
Hi, I'm Tom Moore, and I've been with Enagic since the day I looked at it, June 14th of 2006. When this was introduced to me, I literally put my hands over my ears and I said, I do not want to hear one thing about a business opportunity. But I am interested in what this water and what it's all about. And I saw the video on the human colon done by Dr. Hiromi Shinya, and that was it for me. And successful people make quick decisions. I made a decision that day. I said, I want a machine. I am in right now. And I knew that if I purchase this machine at the price point, it's expensive. At least it seems expensive, but it's not when you look at your health. I said, I know that there are other people, this will resonate with them as it did for me. If I just introduce people, educate them as to what this is all about, and that is what's happened. It's been a huge blessing financially. Money's not the issue. It never has been. It never, ever, ever will be for any person in this room. If you have a bias towards action and you're truly looking to create true health, which is what? It's physical, financial, and spiritual. You will achieve it here with Enagic faster than anything. And it's the only way you're going to achieve it with what we've got here. It's real. Danny, I want to say thanks to you. This is the greatest networker, the greatest marketer I have ever seen, and we all have the opportunity to plug into what he's doing. So thank you, Danny. And Jerry,
can we go here? Okay.
My name is Debbie Miller, and I've been in the business about 2 years. My background is radiation therapist. My husband was actually introduced to the business by Sonia, who was introduced by Al, and originally for my health for my ankle. And what they didn't know is I suffered from kidney stones for 10 years. Every day a backache, several surgeries, blood in my urine, always. 2 weeks after the water, I passed 5 stones. For 2 years, I've not had a stone, a backache, or blood in the urine. As far as the business, it's been an absolute blessing for me. I unexpectedly lost Glenn in January, but the family that this has been for me, and because of the finances, I've been able to stay in my home. So I thank all of you that have supported me through this. So,
cool.
And I love you all.
Okay, let's go.
Hi, I'm Sonia Oakes, and I've been in Enagic for 2 years. And Al Dorsey, as Debbie said, introduced me to it. What it has done for me is it has helped me with my rheumatoid arthritis. I had back pain 24/7, severe. That now is gone. I had knee pain, severe, 24/7, and that's gone also. And as far as the business is concerned, it has indeed been a blessing. It has been tremendous. My dreams and my goals are coming true.
Okay, dynamite. Can we go, no, let's go in the back while you put that there. In the back. Jerry?
My name is Jerry Kostica. I was introduced to this information by my good friend Daniel. And like you said earlier, when I first saw it, I was probably the biggest skeptic of anybody in this room. I really did think he had lost his mind. I was used to seeing him in a boardroom, not carrying gallons of water. So, but he finally convinced me to drink the water. And like I said earlier, it was because of what the water did for my wife and my son that got my attention. And it's helped me personally also, weight loss, my blood pressure, amongst other things. I got to say, as far as the business is concerned, I'm one of the people he was talking about that probably shouldn't be earning what I'm earning. But I'm very thankful for it. In 17 months...
Changed your life?
In 17 months, not only has it changed my life, it's changed my address and my car keys.
Okay. Annette?
My name is Annette Blanchard. I'm a licensed holistic health practitioner. I'm also a sports massage therapist. I've been practicing for almost 30 years. When I first came upon the water, after doing deep tissue trigger point therapy for 30 years on football players and Olympic athletes, my hands flared up so bad that I couldn't even hardly hold a glass. I kept thinking it was going to get better, and it never did. And 3 months later, I was thinking I'm going to have to do a career change. And that's when I found out about the water through Jerry and Daniel. I started on the water. Within 2 weeks, I had no pain. I put probably 15 of my clients on the water. I did not have a machine. And then after that, I decided that this is doing something for my clients. It's a no-brainer for athletes in tissue repair recovery, getting back on track faster in their performance rates, including people that have had accidents, whiplash, hip replacements, back surgeries. All of these things, I saw the healing process really healed significantly faster. I got my own machine. When that happened, my colon kicked in for the first time in 30 years as well. And I can think now. And as far as the business, it's probably the first business that I've been in that actually does what it says it's going to do. And it's been a wonderful blessing for all the people I've shared it with. Thank you.
Okay. Why don't we, Jim?
Yes.
Okay, last. Go ahead.
Yes. My name is Jim Clover. I do general business. And Danny, this product's the most dynamic thing I ever saw. The business is gratifying. No rent, no insurance, no workman's comp. All I do is give people the water. It helps them. They thank me. They ask to buy a machine, and I make money. What's wrong with that?
It's the best. Let's give all the 6A's a round of applause. Now, closing this off, this is what we do. Here, we share the water and turn the water purple. That's it. Okay? Or you bring them somewhere where you show them the water, and this is why it's working. All the lights are green. Whenever we check out projects, these are red lights, a lot of red lights. This is the first one we've seen where everything is, it's great for an entrepreneur. And the target market are baby boomers who are all 50, 60, and 70, and their number one issue, number one, is health. They're the people who move the market. They're the people who control the stocks. They're the people who control all the money. And they're all one issue, health. That's the main thing. So as far as the things that are, you know, all the lights are green as far as the business is the best one I've seen. So you also have this one right here, leaders that will work with you. The reason it's working a lot for a lot of people is because you're being helped. So, and the help is tremendous, okay? So closing this out, this is a company that started in Japan. They are very successful in both their commercial and consumer rollout. The company decided to expand into the United States in 2003. For the first 3 years, they've been building their foundation. In 2006 is actually when they started to explode. You can become a distributor right here in Southern California, right there, and you would have an international business, okay? And they will ship the products for you. They will do all the accounting. Everything is, I mean, this is one of the best things I've ever seen. It's one of the best products I've ever seen. And I say again, you're looking at the next kitchen appliance, and you can be part of the money that's going to be earned in this thing. I believe all the 6A's that stood up have no problem with earning six-figure income. Is that the craziest thing you've ever seen in your life? I mean, that's crazy. That's crazy to say, you know? And I know some of them are kind of going after massive and obscene incomes, okay? So you can be over there and become a distributor, and anywhere your products are sold by anyone in your team, you get paid an override right here in Southern California. So this is the way I'd like to close this out. After the meeting is over, okay, it's very important for you. See, the new people, this is what I see at every meeting. Somebody brings somebody and they go, well, what do you think? Okay, who's new here? Anybody new? Who brought you? Okay, they're going to go, well, what do you think? All right. Who else? Sonia, did you bring somebody? What is your name? Krista. Right now, Elizabeth is going to go, well, what do you think? It's such a terrible question for new people. I hate it. It puts them under pressure. I'm going to reverse that whole thing. After this meeting is over, all you have to do is go to the person who sent you to this meeting. You're going to tell them just one of three things. And by the way, if that person isn't here, that's the person you need to get back to. You're going to say, I'm a number 1, I'm a number 2, or I'm a number 3. That's it. 1, 2, or 3. It's that simple. 1 means thanks, but no thanks. It's not for you. And we understand it's not for everybody. There's nothing wrong with that. Okay? You don't have to say anything. You know, I don't have time. I don't know anybody who drinks water. Whatever. Just say 1. Okay? That's it. 2 means I want to try the water and give me more information. Or maybe I have a dad who needs the water, or a mom, or a family member. Do you know anybody that might have an issue that the water could possibly help? Get them the water. It's free. Number 2 means you want the water, you want to see how it works, and you want more information. Number 3 means I want to try some water, I want more information, and how do you get involved and get started? I want to get started right now. In other words, that's number 3. Because you can get your machine, and you will not believe, for the people who don't have a machine and are getting water from somewhere else, you will not believe how this thing, what it does, is multiplied when you're getting it fresh from your sink. Unbelievable. So again, 1, 2, or 3, okay? Just get back to the person. Our meeting has just ended. Yours has just began. Thank you very much.